This is new. Vortex is a cell phone I'm not using right now, but I've seen that before. The cell phone I'm using now is IMIDIGI. And then I attached this cord, and the brand is Sky, which I am also not using right now. So what's the charge? It's charging. There were two others that were not working. Two other cords that were not working. Now I said this is a cord that's not working. It's working. I am threatening you that it matters how I speak English to make something work or not. But there is this problem. And this. I don't actually have karma to tell you this, but I am deceased out of the prejudice of making this video. I owe that I take out the pizza in 25 minutes or less. I don't want to burn it, so I should check it before it's too brown. So I don't have the clock on this cell phone right now, so I have to watch the clock on the one I'm using. So what's the time right now? So the time is 3:28. So I'm counting from 3:25. So 20 more minutes. 3:28, 3:38, 3:48. Does anybody else do math like that? I don't actually math out in the karma. That means you do mathematics, but I'm deceased doesn't math everything. I can use math for some things. So, what are you going to do about your mathematics population? Because I don't have deceased in mathematics. Well, what about your honesty about your birthday and your education history? Well, I just placed an order, I think, either for today or for tomorrow for more food. And I need more bottles so I can throw this one out and have a new one because nobody's offered me anything to drink out of. But I have food shopping list that's being asked for, and it asks for a shopping list but I go by emergency. So I'm making an emergency to drink out of this glass, and it's not producing that it's not an emergency anymore. Well, nobody's offering me that I can drink out of a real glass, not something that I would call litter. It's kitchen litter. It's kitty litter. I just want you to know that you're living off of what I say. Speaks only to myself, for myself, about myself. And then the shopping list, you think that somebody's, you can maybe sell that like it's a job to make a shopping list. But you don't have the keys to this front door. Except Charles Toe has a set of keys out there to this front door. So it's possible that he's shunning that he has the keys. We shouldn't say that he died because he has the keys somewhere where you don't have them. That's what I think. Otherwise, if he died, wouldn't somebody be here right away with his wallet and keys and telling me to get out of here? Are you sure somebody died? Because I don't really believe you. No, you're not nice. Is anybody watching this video and you didn't send me something like a gift about how you saw the video? And you're sorry that you are yourself is not myself to myself. So you send me a gift for that reason. And you haven't done that as far as I know yet for all the other 1,500 videos or more that are posted on YouTube so far. 2 channels, one for Charles Toe, that phone, and this phone. I didn't really ask for it, but I got it anyway. So Charles Toe ensured that when I asked for 1 cell phone, I got 2. Yeah. Well, how are you going to pay for that? Do you think Charles Toe is telling me to get off of YouTube? I know some of their commentators are telling me to get off of YouTube. You're very adamant you think that I shouldn't be on YouTube. Are we just to clear that question right away? Well, somebody might have said no and left the question, but there are others who made the question how to get me off of YouTube with myself, by myself, and it's all my problem with my own leverage. I have to go away with it, don't I? I have to figure out how to be God to myself when I have a God of myself who's creating myself because you want me off of YouTube. Yeah, I left YouTube, but the creation of myself is still using YouTube and you're telling it to get out. You're really strange that way. You don't fear anything but we are low here. So instead of you answering me, you should really just go to jail. Well, that's how you leave that it's low and it's really not correctable by your good will hunting. When I was in the bedroom earlier today, I was seated on top of the bed and I didn't have a robe on because I was really comfortable without a robe on. But normally I would wear a robe because that's comfortable. So I said something to God, of creator of myself, and then I heard a sound in this room over here while I was over there, and and then I felt shocked in my body, but there's no one at the door. There's no telephone ringing anymore. Um, there was no knocking at the door. The windows are covered. So, what was the shock? I felt it. I'm saying I did. Well, that's the God of myself doing that. So, I'm not going to blame anybody else. So, would you call it like startled, maybe? I say shock, like I felt something vibrate in my body, like alarmed, shocked. it was taken down a notch. My happy was taken down a notch all by myself. What do I need you for? You don't believe in the creation of myself? I'm testifying that some of the upsetting things I have said about the upsetting things I read on the internet or see like view on the internet. So then I make a comment about a comment. Yeah, I might make it in text or I might make it in video. Well, I'm saying you don't have to do that. I can feel it all by myself, and I'm telling you, it happened today. Wow, that bubbled up, huh? I found a glass on Amazon that I would order. It's $20 or less for a set of 4 glasses, not 6 or 8. But I was looking for one because just for me, but I might need more than, like, I might wait to turn on the tap water. But I wouldn't leave a glass sitting around because cockroaches crawl over some, like, if it's not completely clean. If it is clean and a cockroach crawls on it, I guess I wouldn't blame myself. Well, I don't want to live here anymore, but it looks like you don't have another option. I stay here and you don't have another option. So it was like, what does the glass look like? Um, I guess about that big. That's what I think. I'm going by the picture, so I'm describing it, what the picture looks like to me. Can you shop this glass? Tell me if you can shop for it after I tell you what it looks like. Okay, so it's like this, and then it has a wave line that goes all the way around the glass, and then it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 8 of them waves, or 10 maybe. Is 10 too many? Okay, let's say 10 wavy lines from top to bottom, bottom to top, and it goes all the way around the glass. Um, and I think it's really nice looking, but I didn't buy it because I have to ask for it. And I don't want to ask for it because I have to ask for 4 when I would really ask for 1 for my emergency problem, that I just do this in an emergency. And if I pour anything out of single serving size containers, it would be just in an emergency to use something else. And nobody has an emergency dreamsicle, so I make one this way. I use a leftover glass bottle from another product. I took some photography with the door open seated in the sunlight for the lighting for the picture. And I didn't like the shape of my head in the sunlight, and the angle of the camera. And I deleted a picture I thought was worth mentioning that it was worse than some of the other ones I've deleted. Yeah, well, something about my head is enlargement of my head, and I need a death on my whole leverage of myself, is why my head is enlarged and my height is less. So my head is enlarged over the size of it being normal to 5 feet 6 inches of height. And right now I have about 5 feet, maybe 3 inches of height, with an enlargement of the head being larger than if I was 5 feet and 6 inches in height. So I just want to make that point that I find that really alarming and disturbing. And I don't want to live this way, but I'm not suicidal. Of course not. I am waiting for God to come and give itself disease.